Okay, this will be the maiden flight of the Sport Cub S ready to fly airplane. I've got the MPL6 radio with the airplane. A little bit of wind today, but not too bad. I've already tested the battery. It's 4.19. I'm going to turn on the radio. Make sure the light is green, red, steady. Okay, I'm going to plug the battery in. And put it on the Velcro, let it sit for 5 seconds. Okay, it's locked in. Ailerons are working, elevator's working, rudder's working. I'm gonna go ahead and fly on high rates first. So here we go. I'm gonna start the timer next. All right, timer's going. Okay, winds look good. Well, winds are a little stronger than I thought they'd be. I'm making very little progress going into the wind. It's steady because of the AS3X. There's a nice sharp turn. Okay, looks like the trims are good. I'm flying at about half power. Okay. Doesn't take long for it to fly the other direction. The winds are probably 3 to 5 knots. I don't have the wind meter up, but it's flying well. And we're at the same ballpark area, but field number 2 here, because of the wind, and because of the sun angle, and because somebody's else on the other field practicing baseball. Okay. This field has lights around it, so I have to be careful of the lights. A little high, I'll bring it back down. It's flying well, don't see any problems with it. I've got hands off, it looks good. You can tell when the AS3X is working because it's very steady. This is in contrast to the Champ, which has no AS3X, and it does make it easier to fly. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try a loop. Nope. Here we go, there's a loop, okay. All right, now, I'm in beginner mode. I was in advanced mode. I'm gonna come back down to earth a little. Make a quick turn. Pull the power back to get down. Winds are pushing me up a little higher than I want. Okay. So in beginner mode, remember I can't turn quickly. Okay. That's as quick a turn as you can make. I'll go to intermediate mode. Okay, now I can make a quicker turn. You see I get to 90 degrees of bank there, but that's about as far as you get in intermediate mode. Of course, in advanced mode is when I did the loop, and that's as high up as you can go. You can't do a loop around. Okay, so still in intermediate mode. You can do a fairly sharp turn. Winds are blowing me a little more than I like, but that's okay, we're handling it. In intermediate mode, if you got any winds at all, you might want to learn to fly in intermediate mode instead of beginner, because you got more control, but you still won't roll it over or anything. Okay. Now this is the first airplane that I'm showing you that has ailerons, and it's flying well. Okay, 4 minutes and 16 seconds. So it still sounds like it has plenty of power. Gotta stay away from that light pole over there. I've got the power reduced so I can descend a little bit. I'm going to try to fly till about 6 minutes and then land. There's a rudder-only turn. That's a rudder-only turn, no aileron. In intermediate mode. So it'll turn well with the rudders only, but now I'm using only aileron to turn it. Adding a bit of power. For the most part, power staying just under 50%. Yep. Power is about 40% and is flying well. That means these batteries are in good shape and the airplane is reasonably light. All right, going to add a bit of power. Okay, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'll fly for another 30 seconds here. I'd like to see this thing fly at least 6 minutes on this battery, and then we'll test the battery and see what the and still on intermediate mode. I can slam the ailerons all the way over, and I can still only get about an 80-degree bank turn there. Okay. Okay, 6 minutes and 19 seconds. I think I'll go ahead and try a landing here. Okay, get into the wind, pull the power back a little. Now we'll try that again. I pulled the power back too soon and I was too high in the air. So this time I'm going to leave the power in a little longer before I try to land. Get a little lower to the ground. And here we go. That's a pretty good landing. All right, let me go get it. I'm going to leave the radio on, set it here. So the time was right about 7 minutes total when I landed. I'm going to turn this over and pull the battery out. Okay, battery's out. I'm going to put the airplane on the runway and turn off the radio. Okay, stay there. We'll get my battery checker. Thank you. My lovely assistant handed me my battery checker. And so after a 7-minute flight, the battery reads 3.73. That's 3.73, which means 7 minutes was just about right. I wouldn't want to go any more than 7. So flying to 6 minutes and then landing is probably the best for this battery. Okay, so that's the maiden flight. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next video.